Hey, David. So was it a good morning for the PK or a not so good morning for the power play?
I think it was a little bit of both. I thought there were some good things within the power play, but the way we did it really didn't lend for them to maybe have a ton of success. We let it go a little bit longer. Part of the rationale with that is like from a conditioning standpoint, the bad ice, learning to play tired. So the next time we do it, we'll do it a little bit differently where we'll give them more rest. But our penalty kill's been good. Obviously, we've worked more on our penalty kill lately than we have our power play. So they probably have a little bit of a leg up on it.
Hey, David, how are you?
Good. How you doing, Al?
Now that you've been through 10 days of camp and heading to the bubble and heading to that one game against the Islanders, how do you feel the team will be going from this very unorthodox summer camp in July, one game, and then playoff intensity? How does that equation work? And just playing the Islanders secondarily, how does that help motivationally to the club's psyche going into all the playoff stuff?
Yeah, I think that the guys are in a good spot. I think one of the things they're only really focusing on is how well we're playing and how hard we're practicing. I think they're oblivious to all the other things that are going on and not allowing that stuff to get in the way of what the task is at hand, which is to continue to get better every day. After going through a difficult stretch here the last 4 months where guys have been limited to what they can or can't do. So I think the focus is really about coming here every day, getting better, working as hard as possible, making sure we're staying healthy, and building our mental and physical conditioning so we're ready to go on the first. And as far as playing the Islanders go, I think it's going to be a great test for us. I think it's a good team for us to face because they're going to make us earn ice. They're going to play hard hockey. And I think they're a great opponent to prepare for the playoffs.
So you've had some different guys rotating into the main group from that second group. Today, obviously, it was Kravstov. So just wanted to know what you've seen from him so far in Phase 3 and the reports that you got about him from Hartford kind of from January on.
I've liked his work ethic. I really think, it's under difficult circumstances. He's been working really hard. Not difficult circumstances, but, when you're with the extras, it's different. So I think he's really embraced the challenge. I think he's enjoying being here. I think he's learning a lot. I thought he's earned the opportunity to skate with the big group today. So obviously his skill is obvious. And, as like most highly skilled players have to learn, they have to learn how to play at the NHL level and learn how to apply that skill level here at this level. So I think he's going through a little bit of a learning curve, but we like what we see.
Hey, Dave.
Garby?
I know you've touched on this before, but you haven't changed anything virtually. I mean, your lines are the same, your deep pairs are the same, your penalty kill, your power play. Can you just expand on that a little bit on why that's important to you to keep that continuity and what it does for you guys?
I think it's a signal of the belief we had, the direction we were going when this whole thing ended. We really had a good feel for our line combinations. I thought we had a good feel for our deep pairings. We liked where our power play was. As I've said before, our penalty kill has been sporadic. I think when it's been good, it's been very good. It was a long stretch. We were really good on the penalty kill. So, we just wanted to kind of get back together and pick up where we left off. And, because we felt we were playing good hockey and we felt like we gave ourselves a chance night in and night out doing the things we were doing. So, unless something happens drastically that changes our mind, we're not going to change much. Now, that being said, obviously, you prepare for each opponent and there are things you're going to do that are a little bit different from opponent to opponent. But other than that, I mean, the things we're going to have to do against Carolina to be successful are the things that we have done throughout the season to be successful against other teams. And if we're fortunate enough to advance, things we're going to have to do regardless of who we're playing.
Hey, David, I know you love the daily goalie updates. I'll say it this way, though, because I don't know if we can quite ask it like this. Today, and whether we're making too much of it or not, Igor seemed to, have his own net, and the other guys shared a little bit more. But would it be fair to say, because we talked about Hank's, good numbers against Carolina, but you also mentioned that what happened in the regular season, just like Harvey was asking, means a lot. So is it fair to say that given the way that Igor was playing when you guys went on that run in the second half, that he came into this camp with a slight leg up?
I really didn't know what to expect from all three of these guys. So this really is and will continue to be an open evaluation. And I get the question. I understand everyone has to ask it. We're not going to name a starting goaltender until the day of or the day before the game we play. So there are a lot of things that go into how we're doing this. And I get jumping to conclusions and reading into things. So, we've got 8 more days, 9 more days till we play for real, and those 8 and 9 days are going to matter.
Hi, Dave. This question is a little bit off the board a little bit, but I know you're a sports fan overall, and I know baseball is starting up today. The NBA had some exhibition games or game scrimmages or whatever it was last night or yesterday. So I'm just wondering, with all that happening, I mean, does it make it even more exciting for you guys? Like, it's we've been talking about get to the bubble, but does it make it more exciting from a personal standpoint to see this stuff happening elsewhere with the NBA and Major League Baseball?
I do. I think it's a signal that this is really going to happen. I think people have always been skeptical that any of these professional sports teams were able to get this thing off the ground. And I think, as I've touched on, I think our league and our organization have done a phenomenal job in putting us in this position to allow this to happen. And I think once you see these other leagues get to the point where they're playing exhibition games and then Major League Baseball is about to play their regular season games, I really think it puts everybody at ease and thinking that this is and will happen. And, it's exciting.
David, is everyone other than Keandre going with you to Toronto?
Yes. Yep.
And are you going to be skating every day in Toronto before the Islander, leading up to the Islander game?
Yes, that's the plan right now. And the plan is to take a day off after the Islander game. But, Larry, this has been, you take it day by day just because of the unique circumstances. And we've talked about that as an organization, as a staff. But the plan is to go right through. We're going to take Saturday off, practice and play the Islander game, and then take the next day off.
David, just a quick follow. You guys were on such a tremendous upswing, a surge before the season was halted. How much can that help you and the team, just because you know how good you can be going into these games, these playoff games?
Well, confidence comes from having success, and fortunately, we were having some success the last 2.5 months. Obviously, we had a little bit of a downward spiral there for 5 or 6 games, not a little bit of a rut, but I thought we were starting to come out of it. And with the big win in Dallas, and then getting that point in Colorado, I thought we were getting back on track. So, our guys certainly have a lot of good things to draw from over the last 2 months of the season, and I think our guys are pretty excited about being back. They're very excited about being back to be able to play meaningful hockey. And if you're going to be good, you better think you're good, and if you're going to win, you better think you can win. And I think our guys think along those lines right now.
Yeah, Dave, just on the first day, I asked you about Brendan Smith and whether you might consider moving him back to forward, knowing that Lemieux was going to be out with the suspension and knowing that you had Libor there. And you said that Smitty's a defenseman. So I want to ask you, he didn't play defense a lot, just after you traded Brady there. So what did you see in that short sample, that small sample that you like so much about him on defense and playing with Trouba?
I saw a lot of things that we've seen throughout his career that made him a good NHL defenseman. And, he skates very well. He competes. He passes the puck hard. He can shoot it. And he wasn't trying to do too much. I really thought he was doing a great job playing within himself, playing good, sound, structural hockey, making good decisions on when to get involved offensively. I thought him and Trouba played well together. He plays with an edge. He's a great teammate. And all those things really kind of, he was playing to his strength. And as you saw, we missed Brady for sure from a depth standpoint, but Smitty stepped in and we didn't miss a beat. We really didn't. And, to have him be able to play forward and D is certainly helpful, but, he's a defenseman now. And he's a guy that's going to kill penalties, take a regular shift, play against people's top lines. And he's done that before in his career. And I think he feels, after what he's been through over the last few years, it's been tough for him. He's handled it incredibly well. I think he's I think he takes this opportunity and is really grateful for it and wants to make the most of it.